darling. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Sun, 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 here we come.
Hare Krishna,
Sun, 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 here we come. Sun, 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 here we come. Sun, 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 here we come. Sun, 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 here we come.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright.
Hare
It's
Krishna,
alright.
Hare Krishna, Welcome, welcome. Here we go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gauranga, 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 Vishvanatha, Vishvanatha, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Yeah, Krishna, Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha, Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Radhe Radhe, Krishna. Shri Krishna Radha, Krishna Radhe Krishna, Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha, Krishna Krishna, Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama. There he is. All right. Rama Rama. Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, turn your mics on. Let's chant some japa together here. Take shelter of Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Hari
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hari
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Hare
Hare.
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hari
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare.
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama,
Hari
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare.
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Hari Rama
Ram Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama,
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hari
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna
Hari
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 Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
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 Rama Hari Rama
Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari
Rama,
Hari
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 Rama,
Rama Hari
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna, Hari
Rama
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Hari
Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama,
Hari
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 Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hari
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Prabhu,
Rama Hari
Prabhu Bale
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama Krishna Oh, Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hari,
Hare
Krishna,
Hari,
Rama,
Hari,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hari,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hari,
Krishna,
Hari,
Krishna
Hari,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hari, Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hari,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hari,
Hare,
Hari,
Hare
Hari,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hari,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hari,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hari,
Krishna, Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hari,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hari,
Krishna
Hari, Hari,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hari,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hari, Hari,
Krishna
Rama
Hari,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Krishna, Hari,
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hari,
Hare
Hari,
Hare,
Hari,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hari,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hari,
Rama,
Hari, Hari,
Hare
Krishna, Hari, Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hari,
Rama,
Hari,
Hare
Rama,
Hari,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
Hari,
Rama,
Hari,
Rama
Hari,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hari,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hari,
Hare
Hari.
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hari
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hari
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari.
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hari.
Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram Hari Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare.
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hari Hari.
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari,
Hare
Hari Ram,
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Rama,
Ram, Hari
Hare
Hari,
Krishna,
Hari.
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hari
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram, Hari Hari, Hari
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Hari,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Ram, Hari Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hari Hari, Hari
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari,
Hare,
Hari Ram,
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hari
Rama,
Hari, Hari
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hari
Hare
Hari,
Rama,
Hari Ram, Hari Rama,
Krishna,
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 Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hari
Krishna
Hari,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hari
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram, Hari
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hari Hari, Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari,
Hare.
Hari Ram, Hari
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hari Hari,
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Ram, Hari Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hari Hari, Hari
Krishna,
Krishna, Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari
Rama,
Hari,
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Hare.
Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Hari Hari, Hari Ram,
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari, Hari
Rama,
Krishna, Hari
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hari Hari, Hari
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hari Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari Hari, Hari
Krishna
Ram, Hari
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hari
Rama,
Hari,
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna, Hari
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Hari
Krishna,
Hari,
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna, Hari
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Radha,
Hare Hare,
Radha,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Radha,
Hare, Hare
Radha,
Rama,
Radha,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Radhe,
Hare
Radhe,
Krishna, Krishna,
Radhe,
Hare Hare,
Radhe,
Rama,
Radhe,
Hare Hare, Hare
Radhe,
Krishna, Krishna,
Radhe,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Radhe,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Shri
Chaitanya.
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Chaitanya.
Hare. Hare
Sri Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Sri Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya, Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Nityananda, Sri
Hare Rama,
Advaita Gadadha, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakti, Jaya Sri Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jaya
Sri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Jaya
Hare
Sri
Rama,
Sri Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Jaya
Hare
Sri
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Chaitanya,
Radha,
Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Jaya
Krishna,
Jaya
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Radha,
Rama Rama,
Radha,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Radha,
Rama,
Radha,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Radha,
Hare Hare
Radha,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Radha,
Krishna
Rama
Radha,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, my Lord
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Nityananda,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Nityananda,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Nityananda,
Rama,
Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Nityananda.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
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 Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Rama.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Rama.
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare.
Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama.
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Gauri
Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna,
Jaya
Hare
Nityananda
Hare Rama,
Jaya
Hare
Sri
Rama, Rama.
Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna
Jaya Sri
Chaitanya Jaya
Chaitanya, Jaya
Nityananda
Nityananda,
Jaya Sri
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya
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 Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya Jaya
Chaitanya, Jaya
Nityananda
Nityananda,
Jaya
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura
Jaya
Bhakta
Gauri Bhakta
Vrinda.
Vrinda
Bhakti Ratnakara by Narahari, somebody. It's a great devotee. It's a biography of Santosh Dutta. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Let's see here. How do I do this? Okay. There we go. Yes. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Thank you. All glories to the assembled devotees. Okay, I lost it again. There it is. Oh, there we go. I hope my audience will be satisfied after hearing the biography of Santosh. In the capital of city of Gopulapura, on the bank of the river Padmavati, lived a king, Krishnananda Dutta, and Sri Purushottam Dutta were both great personalities. You know what? We already read this one, so I'm going to go to the next biography. If there's another one here, let's see. Okay, actually, no. I'm going to go back here a little bit. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go back to the biography of Santosh Dutta. I hope my audience will be satisfied after hearing the biography of Santosh. In the capital city of Gopulapura, on the bank of the river Padmavati, lived the king Krishna, Nanda Dutta, and Purushottam Dutta were both great personalities. Krishna was the younger brother of Purushottam Dutta, and the people in general liked to see the cordial relationship between the two brothers. Sri Krishnananda's son was Narottam, whose character has already been described. Santosh was the son of Purushottam and the nephew of Krishna Chandra. And he was very efficient in the execution of royal affairs. He was an efficient man who had great influence on the king of Gaur. The ministers of the state also the subjects of the king. Let me see if I can sit down for a little bit here. There we go. This here. But he was so kind-hearted that he won the love of everyone. Simultaneously, he was a respected scholar who enjoyed his absorbing study of the scriptures. He was the brother and disciple of Sri Narottam and remained always in the service of his guru, Krishna and the Vaishnavas. See, remained, I like that, remained always. See how conclusive these things are? Isn't that what Gaur Hari Das has been preaching? Always remain in the service of Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. See, and then you're safe. You leave, see, you if you leave Guru, you actually leave the real conception of Krishna. See? And so anyway, this conception is meant to be handed down. And so if you have a real Guru, they're going to share. And if you're a gentle disciple, if you're a real disciple, if you're really in your heart, you really are surrendered, to this path, to Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. You finally found a real Guru that you really believe in, see, and you want to go that way. Not you find a Guru and you steal from them, steal their energy, steal their titles, See, steal it. You cannot steal their titles. You cannot steal their real energy. You get the fake energy. See, you get the false sita. That's what Ravana came to steal, bhakti. See, because it's very attractive. See, but the demoniac mentality is you don't want to go through the process. Ravana didn't want to go to Lakshman, who was protecting bhakti. He represents the original spiritual master, and every other spiritual master represents that real Lakshman or Nartam. I mean, yeah, well, that too, but Lakshman or Nityananda or Balaram. See, they're the big brother. They're the big brother of Krishna. They protect Krishna. They protect you, the Krishna in you. See? So if you refuse to go that way, that's the Ravana thing. That's the Ravana obstacle. You go to steal this bhakti. See? So that you can imitate Guru and the higher level devotees. See? You don't want to go in. You have no real intention to go in through the door and follow the process. You want to come in some other way, and like a thief. It doesn't work. See, or you want to go directly. Who was taught this was what's his name? Raghunath Das in the early days. When he was very attracted to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya represents the Supreme Lord, right? God, Krishna. See, so he was naturally very attracted to Krishna, or that too, but Lord Chaitanya. Matter of fact, he was ready to give up everything, and he kept trying to go to Lord Chaitanya because he knew he was God, and he was really wanted to go there, and he kept going, and he kept getting captured by his family. They just, they were pretty rich people, and they could send people out, and they hunted him down and would grab him and bring him back home. See, and then they married him to this most beautiful woman. See, and his mind was still not tied down to that. He was always thinking, how can I escape and go to Lord? And he tried again, and then again the guards came out and captured him and brought him back home. Again and again. And then one day he had an idea. He says, well, I can't make it to Lord Chaitanya directly. He wanted to go directly, see? And so, of course he could, but the Lord always likes to teach through pastimes. So he got this idea. See, Krishna gave him to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy. He got this idea. And if you don't worship the Lord with real loving ecstasy, you don't get this idea. See? To go through the original guru. He says, let me go to Nityananda first. See? So he ran to Nityananda, ran away to Nityananda. And Nityananda, when he saw him, he says, you're the thief. You went directly to Lord Chaitanya, and you couldn't get him, but now you're here. Oh, good, now I've thief. See? He wanted to steal, this relationship, to go directly. He says, I'm sorry, you can't go directly. You have to, the Lord is mine. If you want him, you got to come here. And you did. So now all your obstacles are going to be gone. See, the real spiritual master represents the real Nityananda, who is the door. That you have to go through the corridor. See, that the door is Nityananda, but there's a corridor. There's a kind of a long hallway, all the way headed by the in 2023, the spiritual master, the acharya, the real devotee. You got to go through that corridor to get through the door to get into the kingdom. That's how it works, man. See, but if you're not the type to go through the corridor, it's a new one. I love this. Every day do something new. The corridor, you won't get this idea. You think, no, I'm going to go directly. And you keep getting thrown back with the false ecstasy and the speculation. As instead of being conclusive truth, you have speculation. See, so you'd be speculating, and you got the false little whatever that is, Maybe it's a kind of a donkey thing. I don't know. I'm not going to get too much into that, man. I want to neglect that more. But it's a good, it's a good. I'm winding down from that. I think it's going to wind down a little bit. Yeah. So you get the real. Yeah. It's so funny because I came here. I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to neglect these guys. I had enough. I beat dead horses enough, and still. I'm inspired to do it, and it's really good. It really makes things clear, and I think we all need it, to be really clear on what is conclusive. See, so if you're actually worship the Lord, see, some people have doubt in here, like Freddie's still trying to figure, is he really ecstatic? These guys who leave, is it the real act? Why are they ecstatic and everything? But you got to understand, it's something false about it. It's the false Sita that was stolen by Ravana, because Rava didn't want to go through Lakshman. He didn't want to go as a devotee through the corridor, through the door. See? So he just wanted to go and go in. He couldn't go in the circle. He had to be in. Oh, that's another thing. You have to be invited in the circle. Even the demons now, they can't make you take the jab either. You notice they really couldn't. They could threaten you, and they could say, well, you can't travel. You can do all that. You can't do this. You can't. They can try to lie to you. They can do all these things, but they can't really force you, or they couldn't before. Maybe they will. I don't know. But there's some kind of rules about this. See? So, and the same thing here. I can't force you to come in this door or this way, this conception. I can invite you. And like this is an invitation. This preaching is an invitation. See, and the same thing, like those who have left here, I don't have to mention their names, and those who are, preaching on their own and everything, they can't force you, but they can invite you. They can speculate and bewilder you with their speculations. See, but conclusive understanding coming from the real spiritual master who has that key truth that's in the vision of the revealed scriptures, brings you right into the corridor, and you go and you're safe. Otherwise, there you're not safe. That's not the real corridor. That's the fake, the imitation. Yeah. So Nityananda told Raghunath Das, he says, oh, you're a thief and everything, but now you came to me. Now all your obstacles will be gone, because I'll keep you safe from this. If you go through Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas, the real Guru. See, the false Guru is kind of a practice thing. It doesn't work. And, it's like anything. When you try to get a formula, you have a formula, and that causes a result that works, right? But if you don't follow the formula, you don't get the same result. Okay? So the formula in the Bhagavatam, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, the first chapter on the spiritual master, is Guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. See, but if you have a fake guru that tried to climb in, this is what the people who leave here, they become fake gurus, right? Christina, and I don't want to mention their name. I think I'm going to stop mentioning their name. You know who they are. They become a fake guru. They act like with authority, right? So that formula doesn't work. You need the real spiritual master. When the real acharyas or spiritual masters or prophets appear in the world, or God himself, like Krishna comes, the false representation appears at the same time. Just when the light appears, the shadow appears. You see how that works? When the light appears in the world, or the real guru is the light of the world, the shadow appears. It appears naturally because it engages in competition with the light. See? So you got to be careful. If you go through the shadow, that formula doesn't work to give you the desired result of love of God, life's ultimate goal. You get the fake stuff. And the proof is you speculate. like Lolita was observing, she says, God, just so much speculation and crazy stuff, coming out of there. That's what happens. That's Freddie and everybody else who is wondering, is that the real? No, that's what happens when you have the fake bhakti, the fake sita. See? And that's called sahaja, and it's not the real deep, real thing, and all those people are right, they abhor the purification. See? So anyway, that's the lesson for them. Eventually, in some lifetime, they got to realize they got to come to the real devotee and sincerely get purified of that, even. And that mentality, the mentality is, oh, actually, I'm a hypocrite. I never really came to Guru sincerely. I had motive. I had these motives, and I just wanted to steal this bhakti and then go on my own. And when I was found out, then I said, oh, well, I was ready to leave anyway. Just waiting for my walking papers. And I'm okay because I got what I want, and I think this is the real thing. And see, so that's how it works. But those who have the real bhakti, they follow the real process. They get a conclusive understanding in the vision of the revealed scriptures. That's all I can do, is throw you back on to see that this works. People get real deep love of Krishna, and they become very conclusive. And all the boons come, the protection, the realizations, the happiness of the real devotees. You feel yourself actually progressing. This is a big thing in Vaishnavism. This is, Guru Tattva is not clearly understood. You have so many people that have taken the position of Guru in Kali Yuga, even in Vaishnavism especially, because, they can do it, they can juggle the scriptures. See, but they don't get the desired result of love of Krishna that you see here. We're the working prototype. So if anybody has sufficient intelligence, and they know who they are actually, if you hear this preaching, and in your heart, Krishna knows that you're meant to be delivered quickly and that you feel like attuned to this vibration. See, sincerely, then you will listen. And of course, there's others are going to be, they're looking for this vibration, but they don't have any intention of really being a submissive servant of a Vaishnava. They want to be equals. See, they want to go in, not through the door of submissive. See, the way the Lord taught this, it's always taught in all things. Could you imagine if Maharaj Parikshit wasn't sincere? What if Maharaj Parikshit sat and listened to Shukadev with a motive like, well, man, if I get all this knowledge, then I can become like Shukadev. Could you imagine? You think the real Bhagavatam would have been spoken? You think Krishna would have spoken the real, or just booted that guy away with that mentality? See, that's So sincere, he felt himself a sincere follower. He was his Shiksha Guru, and he was going to be delivered by the grace of that Guru's word. See, he had faith like that. That's why he questioned Shukadev thoroughly to make sure. See, he was honest in his questions without material motive. He was really, they're the best persons. Didn't come with some motive. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Here, let me give you this so you can read a little bit there too, copy. I'll give you the thing in the private chat here. Okay.
Okay.
See if you can find easily the.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Narahari. It's downloading. You don't have it immediately.
Yeah, it's okay. Take your time. I'm not rushing anything.
Here it is. Bhakti Ratna Gara.
Yeah. Can you see where I'm at? Verse number 472.
Oh,
Way in there.
where are the. Oh, yeah. Okay. 472.
I like how they number each verse actually.
But behind the verse.
It starts with who in this world.
Okay. Almost there. 472. Yeah, I see it here. Who, thank you, Guru Maharaj, who in this world is a more fortunate gentleman than Sri Santosha Dutta, who has earned the dual blessing of Sri Radha and Madhava by his own devotional endeavors and has been able to place their forms in this lotus like heart. Who is who is more favored than Sri Santosha Datta, who has been able to reveal the true identity of the deity of Radha Madhava, by dint of his own purity and his desire to do good to the people of the world.
You see how important it is to get the real vision of the deity of Radha and Krishna, the real conception, and that only because of the heart purified by real bhakti. See, you can't fake it, and that's why the Lord shows us. I mean, this is a great education. We're like college, man. You don't get it. This is so rare. You might have to wait lifetimes to get an education on the science of these subtleties of how the energies of Krishna, the material and spiritual energies, work. You know, the difference, even the subtle differences between the false bhakti and the real bhakti. And the results of real bhakti gives you the preaching, the understanding, the real transcendental knowledge in the vision of the revealed scriptures, which you can actually check in the revealed scriptures. And also in the result of those who have faith in that preaching, that word, that transcendental vibration, that conception that's in that vision, how they're. But Krishna feels, I'm going to be born here, man, and he awakens in your heart. That's the birth, the spiritual birth. He said, oh yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. See, now I can be nourished. Otherwise, I can't be nourished. It can only be nourished by real mothers and fathers who are very intimate and close to this spiritual family of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. This is very rare. That's why, so many people are trying to attain this and they're not clear about the process, and they speculate and they listen to speculating teachers and gurus, and because it's the highest thing. You just got to find that rare person where you got it all, and then Krishna will awaken in your heart very easily when you feel like, yes, I can take shelter here. This is where I'm going to have the birth. You found your spot for that transcendental birth. See, and then Krishna will come out. That's why if you're not coming for that, that's why you're coming for that, then something else will be born, the false thing, because it's like you're not sincere yet. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, by the wonderful endeavor of Sri Santosha Dutta, the deity of Sri Gauranga, then Sri Radha and Ramana, and at last Sri Radha Kanta revealed themselves. Oh, what nectarian devotional meetings, philosophical discussions, and sincere worship of the Guru is being conducted in Narottama's house.
Yeah, that, every time I read these statements, it's like, that's what we got here. Sincere worship of Guru. That's why you see Krishna eventually, those who are not sincerely worshiping, they're coming to steal. That mentality is not clean, not clear. They don't want to get purified of it. See? So the Lord separates that, separates. Separation is good. The Dhams are even separate. So the worship isn't disturbed, even in the Dhams. Could you, in Vaikuntha, there's another way of worship other than Vrindavan. See, so the devotees there have certain mentality. And so if you look in the broad scale, everybody is a devotee, but, we got to teach, distinctions here. A person who's worshiping Brahman is a devotee, but they have certain qualities. They want to be one with Brahman. They want to be God, and all this. That's their worshipful God in that form. But this is, if you're looking for this path, you can't just mix that all together and think, oh, well, they're the same kind of devotees. No, they're in that realm worshiping like this. The Lord has divided everything like this because his devotees are of a certain mentality. You can even look a devotee who loves alcohol and is completely addicted. That's his love in life. He's addicted and he's worshiping God in the form of alcohol, which is called the mode of ignorance. He's a devotee, right? But you don't want to bring that realm, that devotee, into this realm here. See, because there'll be a disturbance, not only for him, because he'll be like, what are you talking about? Right? And for us, hey, what this is not, see? So the Lord has caused a separation, which is fine. It has to be. There's nothing, the separation of the shadow does. The separation of the shadow is what Maya does, like in the world. They try to divide people, the masses of people, put them on individual sides against each other to fight, and it makes them weak. It makes them weaker. But you see, this division here is spiritual, is not the reflection. This is the true intention of God, causes a division to make the people stronger that are trying to worship him in spirit and in truth. The spirit and truth, into the real bhakti, pure bhakti, and the truth, the conclusive understanding. So the division is here. So you see those persons who are, you could say that's sahaja, but even Prabhupada said the sahaja is a path. That's their path, their chosen. So, that's what they got to do, but they got to be separated out. So if you're attuned to this path and this preaching, this will keep you on this path, and this is the quick path. I mean, that's a lot of troubles. What those devotees are doing is a lot of troubles. If you side with those who are envious, like really envious and ungrateful, and they try to attack what we're doing, and like I might lose my Facebook page because one guy is really, I got so many strikes from this one person, and he's very mad and doesn't care. He doesn't, see, and he came across as our friend. Oh, very charming and everything. But you see, you're our biggest enemy. So the Lord separates that out. That's why I don't want to speak too much about it, because they get more envious. It's not like he's going to be rehabilitated. No, he gets more angry. He's talking about you. He hates me, and I have to neglect the envious like this, and put them way aside. And you have to also, otherwise there'll be a disturbance, I'll lose the page and all this stuff, and then it'd be hard for you to connect. So in this preaching, that's what I was telling Lalita a little bit. Well, maybe we better, watch out, because you stir up the snakes too much, then it could be a problem. And in this kind of preaching, is you preach to the innocent that feel attuned to this, and they sincerely want to follow this path. And you neglect the envious, even the ones who try to worm their way in here and steal this bhakti, with no intention of being like a devotee of a bona fide spiritual master. They want to imitate that. See, isn't that nice? I mean, you don't have to beat a dead horse, but it's nice to see. Well, that is interesting. Like, wow, how this dynamic works, and it's all in the scriptures. It happened in Vrindavan, it happens here. And we know, so we've identified this. I'm here to help identify this for myself and for those who are here listening, That's what Jesus taught. He said, the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father. And the Son can reveal the true nature of the Father to whom he chooses. And so that in Vaishnava lingo, that's what's happening when you have a spiritual master, because they worship the Lord with Bhagavad Gita 10 style, with real bhakti, not the fake stuff. They get the real vision and the real understanding, and they present that to you. See? Yeah. So So I think it's marvelous how this all works. So thank everybody for their participation, even those who are separated right now. And that's good. It's very healthy. Okay, go ahead there, Lalita.
Okay. Oh, by the wonderful endeavor. I read that also. There is no place more secure than the feet of Santosha, where real devotees and misery-stricken mankind can find relief.
Read that again. Sorry, I missed some of that.
No problem. There is no place more secure than the feet of Santosha, where real devotees and misery-stricken mankind can find relief.
See, real devotees. See, there's no place safer than that, because the devotee who's a real guru, that's a very rare. What you're reading here is very rare to see. And that is what's here. That kind of protection, that kind of safety. See? And you would have to wait 550 years to get that, because now is the time that it's here. You didn't get that full protection with Bhaktisiddhanta. He couldn't give it because there was no room for that kind of preaching. Same thing with Prabhupada. There is that you get the protection to hear the very confidential, conclusive truth. Not just, you can see, people don't get full protection with the preaching of Bhaktisiddhanta and Prabhupada. They knew it. There was no room for this deeper preaching at that time. But this protection is available now here in this preaching, because I'm telling you, the confidential truths, the secret of all secrets. See? And how do you know there's a difference? Because those who are taking sincere shelter here are getting protected, and that's their testimony. None of these devotees can testify like the devotees here. They cannot give you like how much protection they're really getting, and you cannot see where the Lord is choosing their bodies as vessels to express Radha and Krishna's love and the Vrindavan love like you see here. This is very, very rare. And this is not like trying to be better than Prabhupada no, this is all, we're part of the team. We're all, it's like on the Olympics, there's runners. One runner cannot finish the race on their own. They run the race, the relays, and they give the baton over to the next guy, who gives it to the next guy, and gives it to the next guy. But we're very fortunate because we have the baton to finish it. For most people, we'll finish it. You can finish the race here and win the prize, the Olympic prize, the gold medal. Everybody you finish the race here. See, but you gotta go behind the person that has got the baton. See, and that's the bona fide acharya in our line now. See, nobody has gotten the baton. If you believe in Prabhupada and you believe in these other persons, there's not one in there that I've seen that has the real baton. They're just still false, they're just at that level. Vaidhi bhaktas, Yeah. We got the baton to bring people, to transition them to the Raganuga spontaneous platform. Those who are ready, most aren't, but some are. Hey man, you get 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, maybe 100, I don't know. Let's see. Into the kingdom of God, Vrindavan, that's pretty good. Vamsi Das only got 5. Got 5 into the kingdom. They were in his tent and got his intimate association and heard intimate teachings and everything like you're hearing here. We're doing. We're broadcasting in our little tent here, but it goes out, and those who know, they'll be drawn one by one. They're coming. You notice one by one they're coming, and they awaken pretty quick. You notice, and some, sometimes the others come. That's just part of it. So Fani says, your preaching is marvelous, Maharaj, and it acts like a potent, subtle nectar. Your clarity is amazing. We feel Well, thank you, Pani. And that's the whole point. I mean, the Lord gives me this clarity. I share it. I relish it. It's like, wow, man, I want to, it's like anybody. It's like a baby. These revelations are like Krishna is born, in the revelation. It's like a baby. It's like all these new revelations and new babies, come and, hey, let's share the baby around, let's pass it around. And when devotees appreciate it, like you, Fani, it's beautiful. That's why you feel, the Lord is looking at that. When you're with a real devotee, you really appreciate their realizations that they live on, that is their life and they love. And you love those also. And can you see why the Lord protects you? Just from that appreciation. That's more devotional service, is just appreciate the words of the devotee. What devotional service did Maharaj Parikshit do other than appreciate and relish the words of Shukadeva Goswami? What devotional service did Arjuna do other than relish the words of Krishna and say, my God, they're two beautiful words. These words are my treasure. What devotional service did Haridas do other than relish the word of the name of Krishna and Radha, the Hare Krishna mantra? That's why there's, for you people who get the ability to chant the Hare Krishna mantra with love and appreciation and devotion, or even to hear the words of a person that does so, there is no duty for you other than to go on hearing forever. Go on chanting and sharing and witnessing. That's why those kind of devotees, that's why the persons who did that for Jesus, they stopped waiting tables. They said, hey, man, we got the name of God. We're going to just go out and preach the name of God and relish it and awaken people. That's it, man. That's what we're doing here. Look at how many people, how many peacock feathers we put in Krishna's crown here. And it's just going, and that's all we do. What else is there to do? I'm amazed, people still appreciate, how do you know? That's why when people, they leave a donation from their heart, Funny says, oh, I just want to pay your rent and all this stuff. All I do is I just want to preach and share this beautiful treasure. And the devotees reciprocate and say, wow, that's a great service, man. I'm really benefiting. And they give a donation. Lalita's given, Evo, and so many of you. Yeah. And I put it in, you know what, I don't want to mention the name. And I was joking with Lalita yesterday. I says, you see these guys, they don't put me down. I put it in everything they give into that. And now it's almost tripled. All you guys give. And at a proper time, you watch, and it's just going to flood the whole devotees with all that. You watch the surprise coming. But that's what I love about this path and about Krishna and about Lord Chaitanya. It is the best path. Nothing but blessings upon blessings. Even though people don't understand things, I know people don't understand my activities and all that stuff. It's very Shiva-like, but it doesn't matter. It's just always a blessing for everybody. That's the God we worship, man. He's full of blessings. We're on this ecstatic platform, so watch out, man. Watch out for the blessings. They're big and intense and wonderful. Yeah, people that are getting it, like Janaki, they just, she says, anytime she got money, here, go hard, just here, like this. I put it where, I don't know what else to do with it. What do you, put it in. Krishna says, put it there. I know what's going to happen. I tell you, you got a God. You hear, once you get ecstatically attached to the Lord, you have a Lord that knows past, present, and future. And because you're a devotee attached to him, simply because of that, simply because you're attached to his real representative in the world, nothing but blessings will come to your life. He is not incapable. Everything comes from him, misfortune and good fortune. And misfortune is only to teach the conditioned souls ultimately how to surrender to who we've surrendered to already and surrendering to. That's simple. The Lord doesn't want misfortune and put people in hell and all this stuff. But people are misled. That's why he comes and he sends his representatives. That's why we're here preaching like we do. He doesn't want people to be like, to imitate gurus and all that, and but they do, and that's part of they get spanked, man, spanked by not getting the real bhakti and the real revelations, and they gotta eat that crapola, drink that donkey urine for a while, and after a while, simply because they came here where the real blessings are, they figure it out. So what if it takes a lifetime or two? Instead of millions, simply because they met a real devotee with real bhakti here and real blessings here. That's the Lord is good for his blessing for everybody. That's why I don't worry about anything. My ex-wife, I may preach a little bit, I'd be a bit of a hard ass sometimes. But everybody, even the envious, even that Karuna, does all these terrible things simply because he came here and made this connection. The Lord will help him, liberate him. He can't, that's just the way he is. But luckily, he's not, he met the devotees, see, and he does that like this. He'll get probably a St. Paul experience. St. Paul, he went against the Christians who were real, sincere bringers of the real light of Christ in the world. He went against the light, and that was his good fortune. So that's the same thing with those who come in sincerely. They came and the Lord will benedict them also. Isn't it amazing? That's how auspicious that transcendental Lord Chaitanya is. Yeah. Nityananda, all devote Jesus, all of them. One big, real happy benedictory family for everybody. Yeah. So anyway, we're really lucky, and everybody else is lucky who comes here sincerely or even enviously or jealously or comes as a thief, right? They have thieves in the world. They come here to steal, So You're lucky you came here. It's kind of like that story with Lord Chaitanya. As a baby, he came to Lord Chaitanya, as a baby, the thieves, they came around and they saw that everybody was giving Nimai all these ornaments and everything, precious ones. See, this is the way it is. They offer the best to the Lord. And he had all these beautiful ornaments on him and everything. And these thieves came and they thought, wow, let's go and take this baby and we'll put him in a solitary place at our home and we'll take all the ornaments away. And so the thieves put Nimai on two of them, on the thieves, and they started to run to their home. But they got so bewildered that they kept running around in circles. And they kept trying to get to their home. They couldn't find their home. They finally came to Lord Chaitanya's home. So they went around going to their own home, and Lord Chaitanya brought them to his home. There's esoteric significance to that. See, even if you come to Krishna for some material motive, and you think you're going to go and steal Krishna and his opulences, see, opulences like being guru, stuff that I do. You steal this position, all that, and you go and you take him to bring him to your own home, right? You end up going to his home. See? So, and then the thieves they came to his home and they brought, here's Nimai, we found him, like this. And the devotees gave benedictions to those thieves. And they didn't consider them thieves. Oh, they brought our Nimai home. They were so grateful. See? So all those people who do that, they come here to steal, they're the luckiest persons in the world also. See? So they just have to go their way in their route, but they'll eventually come back to the home of Lord Chaitanya. We're lucky we get to go quickly. Whoever hears this message sincerely in their heart and feels like this is my guru and this is my family, like Fanny and Amy, you see, like that, beautiful examples, beautiful testimony. They don't have to go and, be, like we're a little extrovert, right? They do it their way. They write they're from their heart, their comments like this. And the devotees appreciate that. It's sincere from their heart, you see, and all as well. And devotee, whoever does that. So Freddie says, I appreciate all your spiritual realizations. Some are just challenging for the false ego. But ultimately, the soul recognizes the real truth. The more the cover, yeah, exactly. I appreciate your honesty there, Freddie. I know it's tough, these things. It takes, everybody has their course, and just by everybody who comes here, they have their challenges, and some will maybe make it like in this association, or maybe by destiny, they'll be, sent some other way. Some other, experiences for a time. Eventually, they'll come back to the devotee and go through the corridor completely. Okay? And so, Freddie, for you to still be here, grappling with the challenges and everything, it says a lot about you. It shows you really want to know, and it's not easy because everybody has their challenge, their coverings and different things, and the way they're wired up. Bhakti Tom is also struggling, and probably less struggling now. He seems to be getting a lot out of it, and this is great. So, yeah, it's beautiful, though. Everything. It's just nothing but true auspiciousness. Okay, what else we got here? Go ahead, read on there, Lolita.
Yeah. People in general, they admire Sri Santosha for his wonderful devotional
Excuse me. I should have shut the thing off, but I can't. Okay, go ahead.
People in general admired Sri Santosha for his wonderful devotional activities. Some thought that he must have supernatural power, which kept him on the strict path of devotion. Without such power, how could a human accumulate such devotional strength?
Isn't that amazing? It's really true. You know, it's like supernatural power. That's what I think about for myself to be like this day in and day out, and just I consider myself just a human being, ordinary. How can you do this unless you have some supernatural help? How can devotees like Lalita, do what they do, or Govinda, or anybody here, believe what they believe and stay committed unless there's some supernatural power helping us
It's
and
right.
our faith in it? Yeah. Yeah, it's that's why I love this book, and especially more now. When I read it, I thought, wow, this is amazing. I could totally relate to that, and not many people were coming or anything, but now we have like a sangha, and it's coming so matched to the what happened then. It's like what happened then is happening now again. I find that amazing. And these books describe the mentality and the depth of the devotees sadhu sangha back then, and it's revived here again. Go ahead. I think you're muted there.
Sorry. Others thought it was by the mercy of Narottam Kaviraj that Santosh was empowered to success in the devotional sphere. The drama Sri Sangita Madhava has given the same information. There is much to say about the wonderful endeavors of Santosh, but I
Yeah,
will not.
yeah. I think Santosh was the father, maybe, of Nartan, maybe, could it be? And so if it is true, but anyway, he was related somehow, and and that is actually true. The poet is saying there that some think it was because it's because you could be the father. That kind of story was in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where the father of a devotee, great devotee of Lord Chaitanya, the father, Lord Chaitanya said, is your son your father, or are you the father of your son? And he said, no, well, actually, my son is my father, my spiritual father, because your mercy, your ecstatic devotion was upon him first. And we got that by the mercy of my son. The village got it, because they believed in that ecstasy. They believed in those realizations, and they became ecstatic devotees. That's the process. That's why, if you bring that principle out, and those who are like, they could be gurus, they could be followers of Narayan Raj or Radhakund Babaji's. But if they come to the real devotees who have this real bhakti, then those devotees become that devotee, or those devotee type of devotees could be one of my disciples. They come to you, and they accept your bhakti. See? And then they will, if they've purified the false ego identification that makes you sectarian and makes you think like in a pecking order type thing, mundane varnashram dharma mentality type stuff, they will say, no, this disciple of Gaura Haridas, I got devotion by being with her, or Govinda or something, so therefore they're like my spiritual teacher, my master, my father, even though they might be a big guru. That's a symptom that the Lord has given them true intelligence, or they're not covered by the false ego. See, they're really sincere, that they really want this bhakti at all costs. Even the cost of their reputation of being a higher position. Wasn't that, again, the brahmachari story? Isn't that how he actually got it? He was in a higher position than Srivas. But Srivas was a real devotee, and Krishna gave the brahmachari intelligence. And look at this. He's just a simple Brahmin, and I'm a brahmachari, austere, and I don't even eat vegetables. But he wasn't proud of that. He said, well, listen, look, he's got a relationship with the Lord. See, again, he was sincere because Krishna gave him the right idea. Well, let me go through a real relative, transcendental relative of Lord Chaitanya, because he's in the kirtan and I'm not. And fire on my being a brahmachari and drinking. I'm going to go to him. And he petitioned him many times. And to get into the kirtan, can you get me in somehow or sneak me in? I don't care, and so that's how he got in through it's always, isn't it funny? Always the same message. Chaitanya Leela is just simple, man. Go through the door, go through the corridor, go through the real representative here. Can't you tell who they are? Can't you tell? Is it that hard? How do you know? Well, it's very simple, man. They're different than any other devotee. The Lord Chaitanya's associates were very unique. They're not the same. They don't think the same as general devotees. They don't think like the general gurus. They have their independent thinking. They don't think inside the box. They're geniuses. See? They have great spiritual power, So what's so hard to realize who those devotees are? And their difference is not a bad thing. You just got to get unconditioned. In the world and in religion, they teach you that not to be original, not to be yourself, to be like everybody else in the masses. That's what Maya conditions, all the way up to religion. But you can't imitate this. You got to become yourself, see, by following the process. You got to be transformed from a worm into a butterfly. And that's the process taught here. See, you got to get purified. You got to get transformed. You can't know what you're going to be like or who your real self is until it's revealed. Krishna will reveal all these things. Yeah, go ahead, Lolita.
There is much to say about the wonderful endeavors of Santoj, but I will not give the details. His affection towards Sri Govinda Kaviraj indicated that they were different only in bodily features but equal in inward qualities and habits. Sri Kaviraj and Narottama passed their lives in the village of Keturi with these great and qualified devotees. Whoever can understand the true identity of these devotees within his heart can certainly get the favor of Lord Krishna.
Yeah, and how can you understand that unless you're with devotees like that? That has to be revived. You have to see again what they saw then. The people pass their time with those kind of devotees. That's why they come here. They have to come here. You have to see different qualities other than qualities in the modes of nature. That's what keeps you here, is association with those who channel the modes of nature, those qualities. Qualities, even speculation. It's not enough in religion, in Vaishnava religion, with gurus who give you the qualities of mental speculation, all in the name of being the real thing. They don't know that they're caught in the reflection still. See, so the devotees have to come here. And if you're lucky to pass your time with us in this association, you get to see and perceive those qualities and appreciate them and become sheltered by those qualities. The Lord associates with his intimate devotees closely. And if you associate closely with his intimate devotees who are associating intimately with Krishna, and they reflect those qualities, see, and you're in touch with them by association, and you're purified simply by that. That's the highest path. You can't do enough austerities to get such blessing. That's why the brahmachari is smart. He said, let me just get in there with these amazing devotees close to Lord Chaitanya and be in that vibration. See? That's the whole thing. That's entering here sincerely. I mean, even if you come in sincerely, you get spanked a bit, but you get a lot of benefit. Okay, go ahead, Lalita.
Sri Kaviraj and Narottam, they passed their life in the village of Keturi with these great and qualified devotees. Whoever can understand the true identity of these devotees within his heart can certainly get the favor of Lord Krishna.
Yeah, it's that simple, my friends.
Yeah.
You got to understand, if you just simply understand by association and by the preaching and by the ecstasy, just simply tie your little buttocks to the chair here and here and here and get purified. And if you come to understand that this is real, man, this is real bhakti, this is real truth, there's real devotees here, simply by that understanding, you will attain the Lord. See, chapter 1, Adi Lila, simply by hearing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, their relationships, their philosophy, their teachings, one will attain deep love for God. See, always the same preaching, very simple. Like this, especially when you approach sincerely, then you get quickly. If that's in your mind, I think, I want to be part of this family. I just want the kind of love that these devotees have. Okay? Yeah, that's all I want. See, then you'll get this love of Krishna. You'll get purified. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? I feel like I need to stop a little bit. This is only an hour and 40 minutes, but a short class today for a bit. Yeah. My butt turned red from spanking the last 2 weeks. Oh, good. Well, I petitioned on your behalf today. I put out a petition on your behalf, Freddie, for taking the spanking really nicely. Okay, so so let's play the song, I guess. Yeah, let's not play the song. I want to, for some reason, I want to get up and go or something. I want to move around. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody.